Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Star Trek New Horizons as a Terran Empire. Now, sorry there was no part last week, I just did not have time to go and actually record more than 2 videos. Hence why actually my other Stellaris series is going to be getting 2 parts this week as well. You're still getting 2 parts of this series as well. One thing I want to mention before we actually get started is that depending upon whether or not my saves continue to work with the release of 1.9, which is supposed to be releasing alongside the humanoid species pack, or whatever the hell they're calling it exactly. Yeah, depending upon whether my saves continue to work with that, will determine whether or not this series continues. So, yeah. Presumably it should, because I don't think they're making any significant changes. But if the saves don't work or there are significant issues, then this series is going to be over. I probably won't start up a new Star Trek New Horizons series right away. I might wait until the release of 2.0, whenever the hell that releases, sometime in 2018. Presumably, I think it's supposed to release like in the first half at least, is most people's guess, but we don't have anything official from Paradox regarding a release date for 2.0. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Where's my fleet? Okay, the fleet's around Earth, right? Or is it Mars? It doesn't really matter. It's in the Sol system. That's really what matters. We are trying to go ahead and get our troops back together, and we'll do that ever so slowly. This planet got wrecked, having 2 land appropriated things put on it. Even though it shouldn't have needed to do that, because there still would have been room after the first one, but whatever. Oh yes, both my scientists are crap. Yes, because I didn't replace them. Besides, there's really nothing I can have them do. Because I don't even have the assist research thing. Because anytime I've gotten it, I've put it off for other things that are, generally speaking, more important to me. So, and Dory's going to take a while to be useful again. Let's just go ahead and play. Now, again, the game says overall you are superior to me. Generally speaking, that should only mean that you equivalent is just slightly better than mine, enough so to still be within the equivalent range, but across the board or heavily in 1 or 2 of these areas, you are technically superior than me, but you're not listed as superior yet. So, I mean, realistically speaking, we can probably still beat the Tamaran Unity. It's just going to be one of those fights that results in basically just occupying 1 or 2 systems and just kind of avoiding contact with their fleet while still making sure they can't retake those systems and just sort of winning by ticking a war score. Depending upon exactly how powerful they actually are. Because again, the game says they are powerful or overall superior, but that's not necessarily always the case. I do want more destroyers, though. And the Breen just insulted us. Chai is upset. Apparently the game's refusing to build defensive armies there, so I guess I'll do it for him. You're the only world that's upset, okay? I mean, look at you. I'll give you 1 Intrepid and 1 NX. Once I have the resources. Not joining the damn thing, game. We've covered this. I hope I have this within my borders. Yeah, armies are actually kind of expensive in this mod.
Construction complete.
That's a change they made from the base game, where armies are typically, well, so cheap that it doesn't matter how many you have. You typically won't run into any problems. Build an NX first because it'll take longer to get the resources for. Okay, we met the Dominion. They have emerged awareness. Come on, didn't want to do that game. You guys are actually fairly large. But again, as per usual, pretty much everybody has the minus 250 opinion towards us just as a result of us being the Terran Empire. I hope the Klingons have the same exact modifier with others. Just, you know, for balance reasons. I personally don't think it makes much sense that, at least as far as I know at least, only the Terran Empire has this.
An alien empire wishes to communicate.
You don't, where are you? Well, there'd be no point doing anything with you anyway. Now you all are pissed. But there's nothing I can really do to make you happy. Oh, it's not good enough. Yeah, I don't really have much I can do to improve my energy income. And the fleet's really fucking expensive to move out. And of course you don't want to hit 0 energy credits because then you actually lose fleet power, if I recall correctly. I think it's like 50% or something in the base game, so unless the mod changed it to something else.
Construction complete.
Okay, now you're down to equivalent overall, so I think it was just fleet power that was bumping you up a little.
The conquest of a new world has begun. Incoming transmission. An
Sure.
alien empire wishes to communicate.
Well, upgrading our star bases will also help us a little bit when it comes to the whole how expensive our fleet is, because we are paying 9% extra as a result of being over our fleet capacity, or our naval capacity rather.
Construction complete.
Okay. Yeah, Prospector Union is not really going to help us at all. It's just a thing for us to take.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Okay. No, that's basically worthless, as per usual. This I kind of like. But in this case I have to rely on having that resource. And one that says it's mainly mined by the Cardassian Empire, so, you know, I probably won't really find it except for down here. I mean, there might be some up here in this region, but for the most part it's probably going to be down here. Assuming that the description actually is in any way relevant too. Do I have one of those? I do have one of those. Wonderful! That's going to help us so much. Oh, where the hell is it though, out of curiosity? Because that's one of those mining stations I don't want to have get destroyed. I mean, am I going to go and defend it? Hell no. I'm not going to keep a fleet around it, but I am curious to know exactly where it is because apparently I have one. Or is it a planetary resource? I don't know, but I do know the Romulans have at least one. They got two at least, actually, within their empire directly. We apparently have it. I don't see it. I might just be blind, but I don't see a blue. Oh, there it is, in Pajem, because of course it is. It's fine. Okay, well, theoretically, my fleet can survive or my economy can survive the fleet being out for a little bit, which is helpful. You know, I do wish I could have a research agreement with you. Although apparently your tech level's inferior, I'm not quite sure why. Gorn, how are you? I already have a research agreement with you, don't I? Yes. And you're just crap, which is a shame, really, because you could be good. Give me energy credits. You'll give me basically none, so it's not really worth it. I could go and try and meet whoever these Zeta aliens are, so, you know, let's do that. What's the worst that happens? More people that want to kill us? And good luck trying to get to me. Fight for a right to exist. Oh, you guys don't really hate me, but you are, of course, up there. I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. There's, like, no space anywhere near me for a new empire. Maybe up around the galactic core, but, you know, besides that, yeah. Good luck. Although the galactic core does actually have some decent worlds. There is a size 22 and a size 23. Though it also has some really shitty worlds down to a size 5. Who the hell's going to go anywhere near this system with a size 5 world? That's assuming I can even colonize this type of world. I don't think we can. I'm going to say no. I don't see that listed here. So whoever can colonize that, they're definitely not going to go anywhere near it. I mean, maybe with the plus habitability text, we would be able to slightly eke by the necessary habitability to be able to colonize that, but generally speaking, I think we're sort of shit out of luck there. Okay, well, I think we're as ready as we'll ever be for a war with the Tamarian Unity. Let's just try and work in a logical order for our conquest. Just to make sure that I have the necessary war score to take everything that I want. I could take that. You know what? I think I will. For some reason, the Tamarian Unity decided they wanted to have a frontier outpost around Corridon. I guess they wanted to block off these Romulans. but honestly, that just seems like a waste. Or maybe they were hoping that would push the borders enough for me, but it's in the wrong system. If it was at 47 Ursa Majoris, then certainly it could push my borders, but down here in Corridan, yeah, not so much. It's mostly just going to push the Orions and then maybe cause this little gap here. But causing that gap doesn't really do anything. Especially since I don't think the Romulans ever actually owned this planet officially themselves. I think it's owned by a former vassal, I want to say. But whatever. The Gorn could possibly be persuaded to join. I don't know how, but sure, we can ask them. How do you guys feel about blowing up some frontier outposts? You say no to that, that's fine. I wasn't really going to invite you anyway. But I was curious about how the game was like, oh yeah, you know, the Gorn might be willing to join you. Okay, I could take more. I could go and try and take their capital and whatnot. Might actually be worth doing that. I mean, everybody already hates my guts anyway. What's the difference in me conquering an entire empire in one fell swoop? I don't really care to take the Korma, actually. So I think I'll just take that. And there's some unidentified empire that I could ask you to liberate. Yeah, it would not be possible to vassalize you if I felt so inclined. Again, I don't remember if liberates that nation with the original Empire's technology, or if it goes with the Liberator's technology for things like weapons and whatnot. Because if it liberated them with the original Empire that they are being liberated from, if they kept their tech, that's certainly a way to gain a technological advantage. But I'd assume the devs of just Stellaris itself, not even necessarily the mod, were probably smart enough to code to make sure that isn't the case. Because that's what I would do. I am going to go ahead and, you know what, ask you to blow up some of your frontier outposts down here. And by some, I mean one. You know what? Screw it. Let's have you blow up all of them. And this one up here I can destroy on my way down to Dakala, or however the hell it's pronounced. Yeah, we're still losing money with our fleet out. I'm not surprised by that, actually. It might get a little bit better once I have the starbase update, or yeah, starbase around Andoria upgraded, but yeah, it's still gonna be crap no matter what. There's really no way around it. Sharon Prime is producing... I could stand to get an extra 5% to physics and society. Or not society, but physics and engineering. But it's not a whole lot. I mean, 5% of 8 is basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. Or rather, 16. How are you making 16? I only see 1. You have 2 of those. Really? Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. Yes, you do. I did not see that one for some reason. These people are all still pissed at us. In these guys' case, it's because they're solitary. So that's certainly not helping. And of course, looks like I think most of them might be in a faction that hates us anyway, although some of them are in the authoritarian faction, smart people. Oh, okay, you guys are capped out. Okay. I don't really care to have any more made then, if it's gonna have to be a separate combat fleet. Okay, let's go ahead and blow up their spaceport here and then quickly try and take this world from under their noses. With 50 assault armies, we should be able to occupy a number of worlds.
Beginning attack run on enemy spaceport. We are tracking an enemy fleet.
We are. We are! And it's a size 17. That's actually... or 17k. It's actually decent. I assume it's their tech level was the reason why they're being listed as superior overall before, because if that's their fleet, and that's their first fleet. Okay, yeah, if that's their first fleet, then they are actually pretty weak in the grand scheme of things. And it's probably the fact that they have Shield Generator 2 that was helping to boost their strength. Let's go over there. I want you to destroy the fleet if you don't mind. They're going to definitely get to Pajem and probably destroy the spaceport around Pajem before we get there. But you'll be able to destroy them before they can do any real damage to Pajem itself. So worst case scenario, we'll lose the spaceport, which is not fun. I hate losing spaceports. They're a pain in the ass to deal with. Ah, yes, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have told you guys to go down there. Or at least I should have changed your orders. Actually, looks like we'll make it just in time to avoid losing the spaceport. And we might still lose it in the battle, but my troops will be here. Ready to fire on the spaceport, possibly taking some damage off of it. Yeah, we still end up losing the spaceport anyway. I kind of figured that was still going to be the case. I was hopeful it wouldn't. Faction founded. Union of Divine Guidance. Are you guys going to hate me? Yes, you guys are going to hate me. Especially at least until I take Harmony. And even that's not going to help much. Your main issue is the fact that the Spiritualists are a minor faction. You guys blew up one of my ships, you bastards. Voth and Talaxians are at war. Okay, Bajem, yet again, you should rebuild your starbase. I know it keeps getting blown up. And I know you're probably pissed at me that it keeps getting blown up, but there's not much I can do about that, I'm sorry. If there was more I could do, I would, but yeah, there just isn't. I've got to look at the ISS Tannenberg. What's the deal there? Ah, it doesn't have the new computers, or sensors, or whatever the hell that slot is supposed to be called. This slot. Okay, the station slot. Yeah, we don't have that. Okay, but what are we missing? We are missing an Intrepid, because of course the Intrepids are the ones that keep getting blown up. We obviously lose the normal NX class as well, but it feels that we lose the Intrepid much more often. Though I suppose that has to do with the fact that it has less shields, I think. No, it has the same amount of shields. I don't know why we keep losing the Intrepids. But we are. That's what matters. We keep losing them. Okay, so let's go blow up the spaceport that they're trying to rebuild there. They now decided, never mind, let's not bother with that. Well, okay, where's their fleet? Oh, it's going back up to Pajem. God damn it, okay. We're just gonna pull an AI on them as well then. Let's just take this world real quick. And then we can focus on their fleet.
We are tracking an enemy fleet.
Okay, and their transport. Wow, 36 transport ships. I don't think Pajem has any armies on it. No! Because they typically don't do anything. I only really build defense armies to keep the peace. That's really all they're good for. I can only do limited bombardment, so this is going to take a little while.
Construction complete.
I mean, could this transport army probably take the world without me waiting? Probably. Oh shit. We're just gonna take our chances now because their combat fleet has arrived and I do not want to have my transports be involved.
Initiating ground assault.
Damn it, Shy. That's why I'm building these armies.
Warriors are victorious. We are
Good.
tracking an enemy fleet.
Now, run to the other side of the system.
Construction complete.
Boston NX. I'm not joining game. Okay, now I think you can probably be safe a little bit closer to the front lines. Need another Intrepid. And an NX. But we own this system now. They're going to be wanting to retake it, so let's have Pajem rebuild its thing. I kind of want to go back and repair that, or repair and then upgrade that one NX refit that isn't running with the best stuff. Although it technically has more military power, even with that. Though it is more expensive to maintain. You know what? I don't care. We're going to continue the push. Now their naval capacity is inferior, so that one starbase was basically allowing them to exist. Oh, change of plans, guys. Big ass fleet coming our way. They have multiple fleets that are all actually relatively powerful, it seems.
Battle is joined.
Come on, Jonathan Smith. What ship are you even on, Jonathan? I'm curious. I don't know. You're just busy commanding the First Fleet. What are you guys focusing on? Their cruisers now? That's fine, actually. The cruisers are going to be the bulk of their military power, so feel free to destroy those. We are on the verge of losing the ISS Ypres. Wow, they're gonna keep fighting to the bitter end. I am honestly surprised by this. They should have emergency FTL'd ages ago. They actually let me destroy their entire fleet. What the hell? I don't think they thought that through. I do need a constitution though now. And then I've lost even more destroyers. I'll deal with the destroyers later, I guess. At this point, I just can't be bothered to deal with replacing destroyers every single fight. The hell are you doing, Tijuana? You're way out in front. And on the flank. There you go. Link back up with the rest of the fleet. I don't know what the hell you thought you were doing. Okay. Oh, they're coming back at us. Okay, well, they're pretty much going to have to come from down here, so we'll just keep blowing up their ships. Will this result in the Klingon-Cardassian alliance declaring war on the Tamaran unity after this war? Probably. It's not my problem. Oh, where do you think you're going? Oh, you're going to the 5th Fleet. You're linking up with wherever the hell your fleet is. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. So, well, that's what I know. It is somewhere. Okay, go ahead and upgrade that for more society research, even though we don't really need more society. I'm going to go and build a power plant here. I need more power. And that plus 10% helps. Okay, we're about to get the plus 15% border range. None of these are particularly useful, so sure, we'll just go for the Galactic Research Initiative. Given my choices of crap or crap, I'll go with something that is slightly less crappy. Wait, are you guys actually not going to come after me anymore? Did you give up the fight now? Or are you spending so much time regrouping that you're like way the hell down here? You know what? I'll live with the fact that you guys are regrouping somewhere far, far away from me. I'm gonna go and try and blow up more of your transports as well as take another world for some of that additional ticking war score. And reminder, I need to blow up the frontier outposts here, mostly just for the hell of it. Though I may make that like the last thing I do right before the war ends, just so that, well, nah, I'll just blow it up eventually. Maybe after I take this system, I'll go down and destroy it. How long is my truce with you guys? 22, ooh, 3 years. And then I gotta rebuild my fleet after this war as well. God, that sucks. What are you? You are an Intrepid. Means I need one more Intrepid and 2 NX. So let's go ahead and get to work on that, because I don't think we're going to be taking much more in the way of losses, hopefully. And if we are, hopefully they'll be minimal. Okay, Sharon Prime finished its upgrades. Pajem rebuilt its starbase. I'm just building a microfusion reactor. Blow up the spaceport so you guys can focus fire on the transports. And the transports got away, because you guys were not focusing on the actual threat. Guys, turn around. Go. Go. You don't gotta go back to where you were when the fight first started. This isn't a freaking MMO escort mission. Aha. Where are they going? They're going down to engage us. Go ahead and start making your way to jump down or jump over there. I want their fleet destroyed. So, oh, I apparently ever so slightly beat them. What the hell are you guys using for your warp? Battle ready, combat warp engine. Okay, you're using the combat version of my exploration engine. Is that other fleet supposed to be coming towards us? Yes, it's supposed to be merging with the 5th fleet, so... You guys are going to have some reinforcements to deal with. I think the enemy's just building patrol frigates at this point to win their war. Oh, my thing with the Gorn's over. Let's get that back. Because I got a lot of... Let's just do it for 30 years. Screw it. We're going to be friends for a long-ass time at this point. Shit. We also lost an Excelsior at some point. I didn't even realize that. Let's see. So I've got... now I need a 3rd NX class. Still need an Intrepid. Let's just do the NXs. Screw it. Go over there. We'll try and save up to get another Intrepid. Two more months and we'll have phase inverters, though we probably won't be using them because the game probably won't recommend them. And, well, yeah, they're probably not that useful, honestly. Pretty sure in this mod, for the most part, you have to rely on taking down shields. So, you know, armor penetration isn't that useful. I mean, it's not worthless, but it's not that useful. Also, let me see how long has this part been going for. Only 38 minutes, so we're still good for quite a while.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Just go for that quick research. Fine, I'll go for that. Oh, how much storage capacity do I have? Okay, still about 500 gigs. I think that'll be enough to record 2 parts of this series. It might be cutting a little close, though. Oh, shit. They've gone back over there, you bastards. Okay, let's go and take this. Let's take this planet.
We have established a new planetary base.
New Troy. In the Unroth system. Sure, I can live with that, I guess. So, I saw the latest dev diary for Stellaris. At least as of recording this is the latest. Obviously, by the time this part goes up, it may not necessarily... no, actually, they do it on Thursday, so... By the time this part goes up, it's still the latest. But the day after this video goes up will be the new dev diary. But yeah, so nonetheless, saw some of the changes they're making. So they are going to make it to where ships can retreat individually, which actually, you know what, I won't complain about. It's a nice little thing and helps to make it to where you don't end up in the usual situation of you lose pretty much your entire fleet in a war unless you manually retreat it. Okay, you guys, now go hide around the sun. The ISS Liberator. Oh, that is such a terrible name for a ship from the Terran Empire, the Liberator. Oh boy. Yeah, sure. I guess you could say we're liberating them in a sense. Not necessarily the way they want to be liberated, though. Yeah, no, let's go for the battle cruiser. Hell, we're probably going to lose more shit anyway here. What are the name of our battle cruisers? The Jutland, Nelson, Ancourt, and Yamamoto. Sure. Just don't name one Yamato and give it a wave gun or whatever the hell it's called. We don't really need to be reenacting Space Battleship Yamato. Or Star Blazers as it was called in the West when it originally got brought over. Because if I recall correctly, the company didn't think people would want to watch a show named Space Battleship Yamato.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Sure, we'll go with heavy beam platform. Wait, what? You say it's for the battleship class group, but the name of the tech is heavy beam platform. Oh well, okay, never mind. I guess. Sure, we'll go for that. Although, don't our battleships already? Well, we don't have battleships yet. We don't get those until the TNG era, no, TMP era. Where are you guys going? Are you going to try and retake that? You are. Well, so long as you don't come for my fleet, I'll let you try and take that planet. Go blow up the frontier outpost, guys. Then I have another job for you, which is to go and destroy that fleet. Now, at the very least, this will temporarily end up in either Romulan or Orion borders. But once I finish my war, I may or may not end up with this system within my borders. But I do know at the very least it's going to be temporarily taken by one of our enemies. Is it actually firing back, or no? It's just, for whatever reason, frontier outposts have military fleet power, but they don't actually do anything. Or, well, I guess Takala could still keep it within its borders. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Well, that should definitely be within our borders at the end. I'd love to get the Galactic Research Institute. It'll help us because we need all the extra research speed we can get. Yes, there's really nothing else for you guys to do unless I wanted extra food, which I don't really need, especially since building those things is going to cost me energy credits, which I need to keep the fleet going, so you know, let's not do that. That's an NX. You guys need another NX, and you need 2 Intrepids. You know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Just upgrade Pajem. Get it back up to where it's supposed to be. We'll deal with that crap after this war is over, which should be relatively soon. I'm getting 1 ticking war score a month. About to go and beat the crap out of their fleet yet again. And I'll probably have to go and occupy another planet or 2. This has 2 planets in it, right? No. You had 2 planets. Yes, you're the one with 2 planets. Oh, also, let's go into species real quick. I just want to make sure that the Tamarian Unity people, which I assume are labeled as Tamarian or something like that, I want you guys to know you are caste system, basic living standards, and besides that, you can be whatever the hell you want. Out of curiosity, actually, how do we stack up against you? Oh, you have better tech, but equivalent fleet power, which is the main thing the game's going to use to determine whether or not it wants to declare war. So these extra worlds that we're about to take will help us quite a bit. Go over there, take that. I mean, I don't really care too much to destroy those frontier outposts. I want to. Well, actually, you know what? In hindsight, it's actually preferable to leave those be. Because those are resources that are not in the hands of the Klingons or the Orions. Basically, they're being kept out of the hands of the Romulans and their friends. So, you know, yeah, in hindsight, I should definitely let the Tamarian Unity keep those, and so long as they can defend those themselves, they'll be fine. So we're only going to take this stuff. Maybe I'll leave them their capital if I get sick of fighting the war. I mean, we might end up only taking this stuff up here. It just depends. Because I do need to rebuild my fleet. And in about 2 years, my truce with the Romulans and their friends is going to be over. So I might end the war taking just the stuff right up here. Turn back around. Their fleet's back again. Wait, weren't you guys entering orbit around the thing over here? Did you change your minds? I guess you did. Once you got there, you said, never mind. We don't want to go over there. I'm actually equal with my naval capacity for once. Oh no, you're not getting away this time, bud. Okay, yeah, this is basically your entire fleet, and I'm about to wreck it. Now you basically have to accept whatever I demand, because you have basically no fleet. So, you know what, I'm going to end the war here. We're going to get 6 planets, which means 6 extra spaceports, which means 6 or well, not 6 extra fleet capacity, but 6 things provided me with extra fleet capacity, not even including the pops, because number of pops does actually affect the fleet capacity. It's just not a whole lot. Most of what you get is going to be from star bases and tech, not so much from pops, but you know, you get some from pops nonetheless. So it's something. And I did not blow up the ones over in these 3 systems, which means I'm going to have 4 already built up star bases. They may not be fully upgraded, they may not have the upgrades that I want on them, but it is nonetheless 4 star bases that are already built, which means they're going to be a little bit cheaper to get up to where I want them to be. Let's go ahead and send our demands. I want just that stuff from you. Not fully upgraded. Not fully upgraded. You need to be built. You need to be built. Not fully upgraded. I am honestly not surprised in the least. Yeah, let's not do the whole technological enlightenment thing, at least not right now. We might look into that later. But first things first, game. Sectors. You. Am I not selecting the right sector? No, okay, apparently I wasn't. If I recall correctly, it's 7. So I'll give you guys that stuff. But if I believe it is 7 to 10 planets is the optimal number of planets for a sector. Now they can build clone armies, which I'm not a big fan of. And again, this is Star Trek, not Star Wars. Oh god, the idea of clones is ridiculous to me. Okay, I've already told them all to build their things. I want you guys to go somewhere, do upgrades. Faction founded. Materialist faction. I won't complain about that, actually. This faction won't necessarily hate me, especially as the game progresses. Okay, your battle cruiser. Okay, yeah, I just need the destroyers. So, first we gotta get the resources. Do you guys hate me? No, you don't. The regular Tholians do. So liberating does actually seem to break the whole minus 250 opinion as a result of me just being the Terran Empire. Because, you know, how dare I be the Terran Empire? This must be a fairly recent world of theirs or something, because apparently, yes, the couple of people there don't hate the fact that I've basically abandoned the planet. Now, a bunch of people are making non-aggression pacts and whatnot, just as a reaction to my doing what I do. Hangar base there, please. Romulans have vassalized. God damn it! That is such a load of bull that the Romulans can vassalize people way the fuck over here. This mod must have adjusted the, oh, you're too far away from us, so we don't want to be your vassal modifier.
Our ships have been made superior.
Because they should not be accepting that. They definitely would not accept that in the base game. If the Romulans way the hell up here were to ask the Tamarian Unity to be their vassal in the base game, they would say no. Simply because they would say the Romulans are too far away. They might be powerful, they might be able to protect us, but they are too far away. So, yeah, that's annoying. One second. Okay. What powerful building am I supposed to be able to build? Okay, I guess it's the Heritage Museum, but it doesn't list that that's a resource required. It doesn't list the relics as like a required maintenance resource or something. Let's go and get the mining networks built up. Don't care too much for the food. Basic engineering there. Put you there for that. Borg have made peace with the Dominion. White peace as per usual, but they actually conquered some stuff, pretty much guaranteed. Wait, the Dominion? Yes, they took Kella. Okay, I'm gonna end this part right here. So this is going to be a little bit shorter than the hour that I normally do, but it's only a couple of minutes, so no big deal, really. So I will see you all in the next part, but until then, a goodbye and farewell.